And I'm just like, oh my God, this is like, he's the most amazing man in the whole world. I was on cloud 59. I was trying to not really let people know the seriousness of it. I just wanted to be happy and have love in my life.
Today on Scamfish, we speak to a woman named Linda who met a man on a dating app, Our Time. They plan on getting married and even were in the market to buy a home together. The problem is, Linda has never met him in person. Let's see if we can uncover if this man is real or just another romance scammer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
It's good to be here. How are you, ladies? I'm Lenny. I'm the search specialist here at Social Catfish, and today we have Linda here. Linda, would you mind just telling us your story? Where were you in your life? What caused you to go on online dating? Those kind of things.
Sure. Well, I had been married for 26 years, and my husband at the time and I decided that we would part ways at that point. So we did, and I believe somebody told me about Our Time, or else I think I saw an ad, online or on TV, because they promoted dating for people over 50. And so I thought, oh, that's perfect. That being said, on the Our Time app, I met this wonderful person. Lots of emails going back and forth. He just, everything that I could dream of were in those emails, that he wanted a future, to have a home where family would feel comfortable, to grow a garden. The next thing that I knew, he was contacting me apparently and supposedly from Cuba, and that he had gone there because he owned a villa and he wanted to fix the villa up. And because Cuba was opening up more, there was a lot of opportunity for him. And so he went there to kind of take advantage of that. So as we were talking, and he was sending me photos of him on a boat in Miami. Then once he got to Cuba, sending me pictures and video of him in his villa. I was just like hook, line, and sinker. I thought this was completely the real deal. I mean, I even said to my sister, but look, he's sending me video. It's live video. How could this not be real? And he asked me to send him some iPhones from Apple because, his accounts it was too hard for him to be able to navigate it from Cuba. But if you send them to me, I'll pay you back. And then I can hand out the iPhones. That goes a long way for collateral, in other words, kind of like to introduce yourself into the higher levels of government and kind of make the relationships with the decision makers. And so I ended up sending him the Apple items that he requested. And we continued to communicate every day. He would call me late at night. Tell me everything that was going on, on his end in Cuba and who he had met that day. And he then said that he had met a friend there named Carlos, and Carlos was taking him around. And one day he sent me a picture of himself in a suit in his room where he was staying. And he said, oh yes, Carlos and I have a meeting with the minister today. So it was just enough to keep me going and to make me really think that he was who he was.
Linda's family started to get worried about her dating this guy, so they formed the Squad. Each of them had a specific role they played to help Linda realize that the man she was dating wasn't real.
We would just come together every day and just kind of try to brainstorm what we could do next and how we could get her out of this situation.
You need to FaceTime with him. You need to see the man with that voice and that face match, because she had all these photos and videos of the guy, but none of the videos were he speaking to her. So that was just such a red flag to me.
They hacked my phone, and Rebecca found the contact of this woman that I was refinancing my house with the whole idea of pulling out a lot of cash.
We've never experienced something like that before, like how she was saying we're very close. So it was very difficult, and I didn't quite understand why she felt that way, because in my mind I was trying to protect her, and my entire being was lighting up in fire because I just knew that this wasn't right. And she's the most important person in my life and always has been and always will be. So it was just the worst thing that could ever happen. And I didn't understand why she was so angry at me.
I had to play the role that protected Rebecca because I did not want Rebecca to know a lot of things. So I had to kind of sift everything out and say, okay, so what's material that the squad needs to know about versus how do I protect Linda?
So I noticed one of the photos he was wearing a t-shirt with a logo of a gym. So I did some research, found the gym down in Santa Monica. We tracked down the gym. Christina found their Instagram page, and there was the bad guy. I won't say the name.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. He was the manager of this gym. There was a picture of him and Arnold Schwarzenegger standing with their arms around each other, palling around. And that's when we knew that this guy's Instagram account had been stolen. All of these photos where the bad guy was using his photos from the account, and that this guy was innocent. We could just tell. And every single photo that he had sent Linda, the bad guy had sent Linda, were there on this guy's Instagram account. And I showed Linda, I gently showed her the Instagram account. I said, Linda, this is the guy. This is the real man who was in those photos. He's not the man you've been conversing with. He is a victim as well.
All of these women that you are talking to right now, I've greatly admired my entire life. And to disappoint them was so impactful to me. And also a reason why I didn't want it to come to fruition, because I would have disappointed them. And it just was too much for me. A couple weeks later, had a phone call, and it was him. And he proceeded to tell me exactly who he was. And he told me that his name was Prince, and that he was actually in Nigeria, and that this is his first scam. We could take all of it with a grain of salt or whatever. But it was just really interesting because he professed that he was in love with me as who he was in real life. So it was kind of, for me at least, it was a good way to end the whole thing, because I just don't like conflict or hate or anger or rage. I really don't. I could never find the words to thank the squad and these people who love me so much. It was a bad thing that happened, but it doesn't define exactly who I am.
Exactly.
And hopefully being able to help other people in this situation, because it is lonely. They take you out of your loved ones.
Linda is not online dating anymore. She met a man in person. They have been dating for over a year now, and she plans on taking it slow. She enjoys the relationship and is happy.
Are you unsure if the person you're talking to online is real or fake? Maybe you've been trying to get a family member or friend to come to terms, and you have a story that you'd like to share about a romance scam. If this is you, email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. By allowing our YouTube audience to hear about your experiences, you can educate them on what you went through and the signs you witnessed. Education is the best way to prevent these scams. Your story could be the reason thousands of scams are prevented.